Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Kingston, Ontario, Queen's University in Canada, where we're about to kick off the OUA Women's Rugby Championship held here at Nixon Field, where Queens will host the Guelph Gryphons. Queens are walking into this final with a perfect record through the season, undefeated. Guelph with only one loss in the regular season to the Queens Golden Gaels. It was a close game, 5-point difference between the two in that regular season meet, and we're getting ready for a very exciting final as we're about to kick off. Carson is the man in the middle tonight, refereeing the match. Veteran linesman Bill Holland and Steve Kasparik on the lines. We're getting ready here. The atmosphere is great. The benches are all loaded. There's not a seat left to be had. It's standing room only for the Women's Rugby OUA Championship, and we're about to kick off. Whistle is had, and here we go. It's a beautiful high ball just being dropped into the 10, and it's an immediate hit on Gibson as she takes that ball. Thompson out, back. And we got a quick charge here by Jackson, who misses the ball. Guelph has the ball now on the turnover from the knock-on. Good line there, a gold, as Guelph is met behind the game line with a good tackle. And we'll go back for the knock-on. What a quick start here by Guelph, just outside the 22. And they're going to have the scrum in the middle of the field, right in front of the post here. Going to be a threat very early. Seconds in, and the intensity is here. Both sides with veteran scrummaging here. And we'll see who's got the dominance right early. Queens are going to want to push Guelph off this ball. Guelph's going to want to have it in the attacking position. It's a strong push here by Queens, held off. There's the second push, and Guelph unable to hold them. We're going to have a re-scrum here. No whistle, no penalty. Queens have just shown their very first scrum is strong, and they're here to win a game and the championship. They are defending the title. Referee's taking up a different position on this scrum here. He's trying to get it set. Guelph with split backs on each side. We set the second scrum. Queens with a hard push here. It's an 8 pickup, and we're going to go to the left side. Open field, lots of running. No one's bringing her down yet. Ball's gone forward on that pass. Queens will have the advantage in their scrum this time, inside their 22. Abby Auger there with a really nice pickup on the back of that scrum. Able to push back on 3 different players before finally taking the ground, and unfortunately her pass was forward. Queens will benefit from that mistake by having their first scrum. They're well inside their 22. All backs are lined to the left and no blind side winger. It's a good scrum. It's a pickup by Maddie O'Donnell, and away we go here. Maddie Banks with a big charge outside the, and Queens are outside their 22 now. Good relay. Lots of backs in attacking position. They go for a forward pot again. Black jerseys across the pitch. They're going to go deep for a clear. It's going to find touch. Bill Holland has taken the ball back inside the 22. That would indicate to me that the ball was outside the 22 and swung back in before that clearing kick. Straight to touch that is then, and it'll be a Guelph lineout, our first lineout of the match. Or in the line, it's a short line, not held well, and we're going to have an advantage here by Queens, and they've got the ball from that knock-on. Guelph's got to come up and make a quick defense. We've got a quick chip off of Perry. Nice chase here. Queens got their own ball back outside their 22. Lovely, lovely hands there. Queens are ready for unfortunate error there, and Guelph's come up with the ball off the knock-on the 22. Guelph's going to pick and drive. They're going to recycle their own ball. Queens there contesting that ruck. And we have the whistle for the scrum. Take the knock-on. Guelph are back on the 22 in front of the post. Queens might be shaking off a little bit of nerves here. Unfortunate error on that knock-on. Nonetheless, scrum is set. There's our ball. There's that strong push by Queens. Held. Pick up on the back by Abby again. Tackled from behind. Guelph's there to clean their own ball. And they got to go back to the open field. Quick pot of tap. Stopped by Jackson there outside the 22 and held. Another good ruck. They're going to go wide on this one. Kind of a slow ball. Backs are getting it flat. Queens are up on a good attack. Golden jersey stretch across the field. Black has found the way through there. Guelph's well inside the 22, and they got their own ball back again. Queens are going to get the scrum from a knock-on. Really nice move there. Taking 3 to bring her down. We're losing the ball there forward. Like 10 meters inside their 22. Queens have their own ball. Banks with a nice pickup from 8. Relay from Thompson, and we got a good crash going on here, and they've come all the way out almost to the 22. Pods are set. Good charge up there by Queens. Carson asking for the roll away. Long ball here. Not going to find the center of the field, and we got a good bounce by Queens. And Guelph's got to retreat almost to the 22 here. And they're coming out on the attack. It's a good kick. High, back to center. Walker was just waiting for it as she's going to go for a run on the return. Excellent individual effort here. Queens get their own ball back, and Maddie Banks going to go for a charge. Over top of one she goes, takes 2 to bring her down, and she's well inside Guelph territory now. Thompson with a good relay, Perry back out to center. Good defense there by Guelph, beating them straight on. It's a quick chip by Perry, and the gold shirts are on the charge. She's got her own ball back, Perry does. She's all by herself, right out in front, and puts it down underneath the post. What a brilliant attack. Gives her own support. Taylor comes out with the first try of the game. Just under 6 minutes in, Queens are drawing first blood. She got that ball in lots of space, had the pace, and nobody in black jersey was going to catch her there. Beautiful try. Lizzie Gibson, happy with the angle she has to kick from, right in front of the post. Our new all-time leading point scorer in Queen's University women's rugby history. About to add to her total championship game. The fine strike down the center, flags are up, and there's our whistle. 7-0 with just under 7 minutes gone. Unfortunately, during that charge by Banks, actually I believe that was the location where Walker made her first contact. One of the Guelph players is down and slow to get up. Still waiting on that as the ATs are tending to the Guelph player who unfortunately appears like they will not be able to continue. Well, that's very unlucky for that player there with only 7 minutes into the game and have to lead the championship, but we wish them well. No severe injuries come out of that. Take a look, formation there by Queens. They got 5 up on the front, just inside 10. Another set row there, just out 22. As you can hear the crowd cheering on as the injured player is just leaving the pitch on the far side. Great support by the Queens fans for the opposition. It's a short kickoff here, just going to drop inside the 10. Armitage takes it, under pressure as soon as she does. It's a nice clearing ruck here, and Thompson with a good ball. Bit of a hard pass here, and Queens got to clean up their own mess on the back there. Here we go, better there with Taylor. Nice hands off. Good ruck support. Pod's ready to go on the other side. Hard stand-up tackle there by the Gryphons, and driven backwards the Gaels are having to reform and set their backs. Perry's going to get it to her boot and get out of here. It's a good drop. The nice bounce. Queens are on it. Golden jerseys are there, and there's the tackle. That's Carmen making that excellent tackle, putting Guelph all the way back to their own side. Hard tackle met there in the centers. Izzy Page with a nice stand-up tackle there as Guelph is still standing at the halfway mark, just inching over top into Queens territory. Nice line of golden jerseys there. No opportunity for pass, and Gibson's on the ball right away. Gibson's got a beautiful steal there, and Queens got to realign for an attack. Thompson has ball. Perry does a quick chip here, and we got the wings going for it. It's not fielded well by Guelph, and it's inside their 22 and bouncing to the goal line. Jerseys to beat there. 3 golden jerseys there. They're into contact. It's going to make the wheels. Guelph's going to try to run it out of their 22, and they're going to try to find the corner, and they don't. And they're taking a touch just outside the 22. Sheeran there with a beautiful tackle. Not going to get around her too easily. And now it's Queen's ball just outside the 20. One of the first starting points here inside Guelph territory. Maddie Mays throws a little low and gets caught there by the Gryphons. Gryphons are back behind and trying to establish. They get the ruck. Great line of golden jerseys there to defend, as they're going to go for a forward pod. They don't make gain line, and the defense on the Golden Gaels are pushing them back. Go for another quick pod, barely making game line there. They don't have anyone deep yet to kick. Guelph doesn't, and finally do. They get the kick away to clear. The Queens finally get inside the territory of the Gryphons there, down to the 22, and really don't capitalize on it. But there's that beautiful coverage there coming across. Excellent tackle. You're not going anywhere. Full line out here at Queens. High ball, gone to the back. Gryphons come out with a good charge. Maddie Banks, excellent tackle. Gonna have another charge attack here. Gets through the line, but stopped behind. Just a sea of golden jerseys coming across the field there as Guelph is trying to find some holes. They inch their way up to the halfway. Queens again tackling in the backfield. It's a good smash there with a pod by Guelph. They're still inside their half though. Recycling the ball, this time Matt Hard. That looks like Izzy Page again with an excellent tackle. And Queens end up with the penalty. No release. So the defensive pressure here that's being put on by the Gaels, even though they didn't have possession, is starting to pay off. Perry for touch. Not best kick. It's gonna go touch in goal. We should have a 22 here now. Touch in goal from the penalty. We're gonna come back with the scrum. Not played by Guelph, and therefore the kick. Scrum comes back to the kick. Excellent call, Carson. Here's that line out again, way up and over. Nobody able to catch. Banks does with the player. Nice. Well, the set play for the lineouts for Queens isn't working that well, but their scrummaging has been dominating so far early in the match. There's that push again by the Gaels. Held off by Gryphons to try to get and got the ball out. Running through the centers, and it doesn't quite work there. Maddie Donnelly with a hard tackle there to stop Guelph from going forward. Gibson again on the falling tackle, coming by as Guelph was really trying to work this far side and keep it in the open field. They got to go back to their pods coming up through the center. Great tackling there. Izzy Page again. Got a pod, and it looks like they're going to try to swing wide. They're cutting back inside, have just made it into Queens territory now. Izzy Page with a good hit once again. Unfortunate wrap there, but got around and still brought her down. That looks like Kennedy going for a break here. Gibson with a beautiful behind tackle, leaped for it and brings her down about 10 meters from the goal line. The Gryphons here with lots of energy pushing down deep inside the 22 here on Queens. Queens are trying to regroup. Couple forward pods in a row here, and they're going to go back to one on the short side. Great up by Gibson. And Guelph is pushed back. Quick little chip to the corner here. It's a pretty high ball for a chip. It's a big challenge. Gone back, and Guelph has their own ball back again. They're inside the 5. There's a fight here for control. Guelph has the ball. They're right on the line. We have an advantage penalty here by Carson. Looks like arm was out. Queens are calling. Guelph are on that line. Gone out wide. Beautiful tackle out there by Rachel. And we're going to come back to the penalty. Pretty sure Carson's talking to his AR right there. Steve. So Guelph's going to have the ball. About 18 meters out from goal. There's that charge. Rachel with that tackle is excellent. No advantage there for Guelph. So they're going to have a charge here now, pick up pod, and they're going forward. 10 meters out from the line, they're going to pick and charge again. Held well by Queens there. Back to another pod here. They're working these pods really hard on Queens. Queens are keeping them still, but losing a meter almost on each one. To be expected. Good quick up there by Gibson. We're going to go wide again. Here we are. It's a stand-up tackle. The Gryphons are still moving forward. They haven't brought her down yet. She's inside the 5 now. Another pod charge here by the Gryphons. They're right in front of the post now, pushing hard. Another pod set up to the right. Quick ball, unfortunately handled, but gone back according to Carson. Quick ball out to the wing. Cameron Isaac's there. Sheeran's there, and there's nobody going in that side. They're going to try to work that corner one more time, and it doesn't work. No one's able to hold on to that hooker, though. Taylor's working hard. Trying to stretch out the defense here, and Guelph's gone backwards a bit, but still at that 5 meter. Going to go for a sneak there. Inside the 5. Natalie with a beautiful fake there and taking it herself. There's the ball at the back here. Going to try for a charge again. Gryphons got the advantage of the post. Not the best for Queens. We got another advantage arm coming out here. They're denied again. That looks like Izzy Page's head sticking out there. They're over top now. They're not going to be able to ground that. That's a beautiful goal line stand by Queens Golden Gaels there. The ladies did a lovely job holding that off. We're going to have a second here as Carson's having a chat. I was sure I saw that arm go out earlier, which would be an advantage. It is a full penalty. It is on the 5, and they're going to set up to do another charge here. They've tapped and gone. Queens have come out here to meet them. Still inside that 5 and working it hard. Nice tackle there by Perry. Holding them back. Got a little sunshine there on that corner. In comes May with a hard hit. We got a double whistle there. It looks like Carson's going to have a chat with Bill. Bill Holland, the veteran touch judge on the far side. Going to chat with Carson away from the players. Take us a minute or two to find out what the end result is there on this one. No try. Second movement. Penalty. What I can get from those motions and what he's saying then is you are allowed that second movement in continuation, but if you stop and pause, you can't gather that ball to try to make a second motion again, and therefore you played the ball while not on your feet, and it's a full penalty. So Queens get the penalty here on their 5 and clear out to the 22. Queens ball, line out on their 22. See how this line out works for Queens on this one. Last couple have not been in their favor. Full line out. Little talk, little adjustment there by the referee and the AR. Make sure they get what they want, and the players do have to respect that. They've moved the line out just over a little bit. There's a throw, hard throw, straight into Grace. Grace is able to come down with it nice, and a nice pod set up out of it. Not able to go forward. Full arm here. Looks like he's indicating a pull down. I might have missed that in the lineup. You must keep your arms to yourself, players. They go up to the Taylor, a nice clearing kick. It's just shy of the halfway mark, still inside Queen's territory. What was a better clean up there on that restart for the line out by Queens? Wasn't the prettiest, but it was effective. You know how Maddie does on this one. Another good throw. Grace up and good. Good clear. Nice pod set. Gibson out quick to Thompson. Thompson out to the backs. Carmen out wide. Walker in on the run. Taking two to bring her down. Great back support there for the ruck. Looks like Gryphons are offside there, but we'll see what happens here. Queen's good recycle. Going to go to the far side there. I'm going for a back play. Going to have a little run. Barely made the game line there, though. Look promising as we feed the far side again with lots of golden jerseys. Unfortunate handling error there. Just unfortunate. A little too quick a ball, maybe. Lots of energy out there tonight, that's for sure. Patience for the Queens Golden Gaels as they had to set up for this attack. They're ready to go. They might just be moving themselves a little too quick here. Forcing their passes. Gryphons inside their half, just outside the 10. With their backs, and we got an 8 pickup. Going to go into the backs here. A little bit of a standstill there first, one-on-one. Gibson gets involved, and we get a drive back here. Quick pod ball here. Queens meet them at the line. That's another hard tackle. Going back to that open side there. Trying to look to get the backs involved. Trying to go for a run. And we got Mika going for a run herself. She's taking up the loose ball on the side. She's going down the side unopposed. She's going to turn that corner and put it down, and Queens have another try. Just been waiting for Queens to break open there, talking about their backs, getting itchy there and wanting to get quick ball, and they capitalize on the Gryphons' mistake out there on the wing and run one back half the field. Here we go, there's that break. It's a wonderful chase. She's got people to beat and she's got lots of speed. Nobody's catching her. Goes straight for that flag to the corner first, gets the try, then turns to put it down. That is a nice run. Good heads up. Think about the 5 before the 2 convert. No one was able to touch her on that line. Well run. Gibson again for the kick. A little more challenging than the first one. Couple meters. Where's the touch? 5 meters. It looked like good distance. No flags are up, so we won't get a whistle. It will remain 12-0 with over 20 minutes gone in the first half. Queens are out ahead. Majority of the play right now, if I had the statistics, would be in Queens territory. But each time the Gryphons make a mistake, Queens pounce on it, make them pay. It's a nice short ball, nice and high. Page takes it straight into contact. She gets hit. Walker quickly up there. And we're going to get a penalty for no release. Unlucky for Queens. Well, I don't make excuses for players very often, but Izzy Page was immediately under pressure. being tackled when she got her feet back on the ground. So unable to present, did not release, and Guelph gets a penalty, and we got a flag here. They found touch a couple meters outside the 22. So Guelph at the line out. Again in a threatening position. 4 on their line out. Gone to the back. It's a good clean. Carson is really tight on that. It looked good and clean here, but he's going to call not straight, and Queen's going to take the scrum. Well, I've always said the referee's got the best seat in the house. They just don't get to sit down. From that angle, the sole judge of law, in fact, has made a call that was not straight. Queens aren't going to argue that one as they get the ball back in their scrum. And this is where they have been dominating the Gryphons on the set piece. Should be very little concerned about losing their own ball. Banks going to go for a pickup here. Going to go for a quick run. Going to charge right at the 9. Going to get loose and take almost all the way to the half before being brought down. Good ball to the backs, a little bit behind Perry. Perry does a nice job and does a nice cross-field kick that's beating the back. Gryphons got to go all the way back to the 22. Clearing kick is a straight kick right to Thompson. Thompson connects with Walker, going to go for a run. Mika's going to get involved to try to score. She gets broke of 2, takes the 3. It's the 4th person before she's tackled down, and Thompson's got a nice ball to relay again. Lots of golden jerseys here as they're going to get stretched out to the back. Anderson's going to go for a run. Good ball presentation, and the recycle is quick. Perry quickly going to go behind Banks. Banks mishandled it, but went backwards. Carmen's got a nice one on. Takes struggle to bring her down, and the numbers are there, and May and Sheeran for good protection. Lots of numbers again here. And Jackson gets a nice ball. Wonderful hands here she takes. It takes quite a while to get her down, but unfortunately, she holds on a little too long. Got isolated. Gryphons will get the penalty just outside their 22. Very unfortunate there for Tatiana Jackson there. She kind of almost outran her support in a sense where she got loose and got away, and the numbers couldn't get there to help out with the ruck. They start with that tap pod again, but they're going to swing it to the back, the Gryphons do, and they're going to try to challenge the outside line for Queens, and it doesn't really work. Another quick ball coming through here. Another charge, and Queens are able to stop it again behind the game line. Gryphons are going to go to wide into another pod. Met well there again and behind the game line. Good chance for a break, and they finally do break the line here. And Gryphons get to the halfway mark. Now entering Queens territory. Very nice hands there. Nice running on the sides. Turned over, and they do get the ball presentation. Quickly back again. This is some of the best rugby we've seen out of Guelph so far tonight. Continuity as well. Their own rucks, and they got another playing under another advantage. Banks with a good tackle there, rolls away. Still have that advantage arm out. They're onside there by Queens on that one. But behind the game line goes Sheeran to make that tackle. Another good tackle there by Sheeran, and Jackson had it up top but couldn't hold on. And now we get the whistle. Looks like Carson's going to head over to where Bill Holland was. Wilson. Quite honest with you there. I don't know what that penalty in the delay was, but I am going to say I did see the arm and under advantage, and that was well played by the referee. Lots of opportunity there, allowed it to be played out. The Gryphons did have the tactical, but we're losing territory. Good call. A good throw over the top, topped off by Gryphons, and then into the hands of Izzy Page, who's making a good charge for it. As we get the whistle. From the knock-on in the line. Needs to take the scrum on the 15. Don't have a copy to the headset. I'll hear what Mr. Holland was saying to Carson there to make that call. But Queens are back to their set piece, which is so far showing superiority here in the scrimmaging. As they hold again, they've got a little wheel going here. Open it up and a nice ball. Perry's going to kick to open field. Oh, it's well caught there by the Gryphons, and they're going to turn around to come back in. A little miscommunication there on the play, and there's golden jerseys all over the Blacks as they run it right out to touch. So that kick has turned out to be an advantage as Queens have moved up the field and are going to get the line out. Out of space with no support and tons of golden Gaels all around. Tackled into touch, and I won't agree with you there. That came off of Carson being very tight on these lineouts, claiming the Gold had to reach their own side to take it, and therefore now the Gryphons are going to go with a scrum instead of a lineout. I don't know if their coaching staff has the stats, but they're better at the lineout than they are at the scrimmage at this point in time. If I were Queens, I would plan to drive them right off their own ball here and show that dominance again. Oh, Gryphons are holding them tight, and we get a spin to the back. Off a set play here, they come back into the centers. They've made it to the 22. We'll go to the backs again, some nice ball handling here. And they don't quite make the game line, and Queens are not going to be fooled by that as they drive them back outside the 22. There's a sea of golden jerseys there as the Black tries to run up against them. The Gryphons have made wonderful strides on that carry right into the 22. But then met hard again by Banks. Ball is out. Gryphons are going to work that far side along the edge. Back to the pods again. Taylor with a carry in there. Gibson's got a hold on her. Another quick pod again. Finally going to get to the backs maybe. Here we go. Hard tackle met there by Queens. Kennedy with a good carry there. And Izzy Page all over her, and they get the penalty for no release. And a quick tap and go by Gibson. Good kick down the field by Perry. The Gryphons got to retreat to retrieve. There's only 2 against 3 here. Perry's going to be right on the attack. Sheeran's right with her. Grace is right there to drive over the ball. It is loose. It's come out the side. I would have called that Gryphon offside. Maybe it was broken play. We'll see what's going to happen here. Gryphons have made something out of nothing almost, but there's a sea of golden jerseys that can't get through. Good hard run up there. Maddie May is able to hold on and bring her down, but they're already inside Queens territory as the Gryphons continue to charge. Ball in hand, and they're coming hard. Mika's got a 2-on-1 situation here. Able to get over and across and make the tackle. In for her own poach on the tackle. Beautiful play there. Gryphons are able to hold on to their own ball and come back out for the attack. Forwards again. They're going to go blindside here. Oh my goodness, that was just a great tackle on that Matty Donnelly made. And again, Gryphons are not getting an inch. Nice ball handling there. Good hands. But the Gaels are meeting them hard and bringing them to deck quickly. Donnelly again with one of those stand-up tackles, getting up there and causing chaos. Going to get another run. Izzy Page on the initial tackle there. Going to get another run. And stuffed again. That's Jillian, number 3. I think the Queens Golden Gaels have her number because she's not getting through either time. And now we got a wide swing to the outside. We're going to go to the wing here. And we got a cross tackle coming. It's beautiful here. The Queens covering for their own. Coming in on the side. Gryphons are going to get the penalty here. It's a quick. They tried to go quick, but it was ahead of Carson. So no tap. Well, I've seen the Gryphons use this pod before, and they're going to go right back to that pod. It's a good opportunity, a good chance here. Gibson up with that attack. They're inside the 5 and pushing that ruck. Quick ball outside. Jackson's up there hard. No call. They're going to try to spin it to their backs and see if they can get it out. They got a split in the outsides. And there's a try. The Gryphons have finally been awarded a try with just 6 minutes left in the half. It was well earned, that's for sure, as we get a split of the backs. It was a really well-timed attack to the backs. They had the numbers, and the Queen's backs didn't have any other choice but to take the inside ball. They worked and worked until the Gaels were stretched thin, and then they capitalized on it. For goals, just off the post. Thinking about it's a nice strike. It's got the height. I'm not seeing any flags, and I'm not hearing a whistle. Score will be 12-10 then. With under 5 minutes remaining in the half. Gaels out front on a beautiful autumn night down here at Queen's University, Kingston, Ontario, Canada, where the OUA Women's Rugby Championship will be decided. It's a beautiful long kick, nice and high. Guelph's got to go back inside the 22 to retrieve. They go with a clearing kick that will find cut just inside the Queen's half. Guelph with the 4-lady line out. Means to respond. Gibson does a little fight there in the air. Gets away with it this time. I see Bill Holland having a chat with Carson. And Gibson's not going to get away with it. I would have to say I like the aggression, but that's the second penalty now Queens have gotten in the air. Out of line out. They might want to be careful with the repeat infringement there. And Guelph is going to go with the scrum. Well, their last scrum was good. Nice reset and held this powerful Queens pack from any drive. We'll see what happens on this one. Guelph's able to hold off. 8 pickup, but not nice at all whatsoever. And ball squirted out the back. Guelph playing with a messy ball, and their backs are standing still as those golden jerseys are coming up quick. No release of the ball carrier or rolling away. And so Guelph will get the penalty there. And Guelph has asked for a scrum. Interesting call with only 2 minutes left in the half, down by 2. They've elected to go with the scrum right in the middle of the field. Off of a penalty. Backs are split. 3-3. It's an 8 pickup, but it's not clean on the back, and we're going to get a penalty here. Going to Queens now. I do apologize. I didn't understand the signal that he gave. Queens are going to have the scrum now. So just inside their half. Under 2 minutes left in the first half. Queens have elected to go for the scrum. Off the penalty. Queens got 2 behind the 8, lined up in the backs. And we have another whistle on a collapsed scrum. Well, Queens had Perry and Carmen lined up directly behind the 8. And I would say they were going to go blindside from the movement of their feet. They might change that option now. If I observed it, I'm sure Guelph did. Ball kept in the back here. Queens are going to come out with a penalty off of that. Even a no bind signal that Carson was making. Gibson's going to having a chat, and we'll have another scrum. So nothing coming out of the scrums here, and both sides trying to, I'm not sure if there's an intimidation factor here or which, but both sides are trying to challenge each other's scrums at this point in time, where we could have probably had a kick to touch, had a line out and be out of the first half. It's only a 2-point game here, so neither side's afraid of the other. There's no quarter asked and no quarter being given. We're heading towards halftime of the OUA Women's Rugby Championship here at Queen's University on Nixon Field. These two are at a repeat of last year's final. We'll see if the medals will change from gold to silver or silver to gold. Nice set scrum, good ball there. Really good pack movement there. Queens have ball at the back. It's been a wheel. Queens get an advantage again on the pickup, but are going backwards. Never making game line, and we're going to get a penalty here. 9 was offside. Gibson's going to go for a run. Sheeran's with support. Brought down. Maddie May over top. Quick ball from Thompson again. Nice feedback to the backs. Isaac Carmen's going to work her way around 2. Looking for open field. Before we get the knock on, followed by knock on. And that'll take us into the half, ladies and gentlemen, as halftime's here for the OUA Women's Rugby Championship. We'll see you at the kickoff, second half.
Where exceptional student athletes are born.
The most successful people in life share one thing in common.
They all put themselves in a position to thrive.
Surrounded by people who challenge them to think bigger.
And communities that support them at every turn.
In the classroom.
And way outside of it.
If you want to set yourself up for success.
If you want to give yourself the tools to achieve any goal.
There's no better place to begin than Queen's.
We challenge.
We support.
You succeed.
You'll be great, no matter where you go.
But your greatest story starts right here.
Where exceptional student athletes are born. Where records are broken. Where great plays are made. Where school colors ignite passion. Where champions prevail. Where tradition is celebrated. Ontario University Athletics.
The most successful people in life share one thing in common.
They all put themselves in a position to thrive.
Surrounded by people who challenge them to think bigger.
And communities that support them at every turn.
In the classroom.
And way outside of it.
If you want to set yourself up for success.
If you want to give yourself the tools to achieve any goal.
There's no better place to begin than Queen's.
We challenge.
We support.
You succeed.
You'll be great, no matter where you go.
But your greatest story starts right here.
Where exceptional student athletes are born. Where records are broken. Where great plays are made. Where school colors ignite passion. Where champions prevail. Where tradition is celebrated. Ontario University Athletics.
Welcome back to the second half of the OUA Women's Rugby Championship between Queen's University and the University of Guelph. Of course, 12-5 right now, starting the second half. Anyone who's listening to me prior to that, my apologies. A little mathematical error. Nice pickup here by Banks, who's got no one in front of us. She's going to go for a charge here. Got one to drag down. There's no one going to stop her. She goes in for a try to start the second half. Queens Golden Gaels come out just fired to get this rolling again. Just a minute into the second half, and Maddie Banks makes an 8 pickup here. Big hole to fill. Charging lady to stop. She gets brought down just out inside the goal. Actually never hits the ground prior to that. Puts it down. Very, very nice run. Not sure what Dan Valley said. Head coach Queen's University Women's Rugby at halftime, but he certainly got the ladies fired up. Lizzie Gibson for the convert. Just off the post. Come a little closer than she has in the past that I've seen. About 15 meters from goal line. I don't think it would be 10 meters away from the post. To the left. An opportunity for the all-time leading point scorer of women's rugby here at Queen's University to add to her total. Strike looks good from here. Flags are up, and there's our whistle. Queens are going to pull ahead now, 19-5 with 37.5 minutes. As we come back here for Guelph to set up here, we've been trying to watch these individuals here. The players to watch will be Carmen Isaac. She's on 11 for the Queen's University, playing out in the wings with 50 points on the season. And Kennedy Feesby with 30 points. Fort Perry native, 4th year of Guelph University. He's playing in the number 7 position, open flank. Queens have a nice ball here. Inside their 10, we got an arm out there for advantage as Thompson does a relay out. We got a nice center charge coming out of the backs there. And a beautiful relay to the backs. Quick chip here off of, looks like Thompson took that ball, could have been Perry. And we're going to get a whistle. Looks like he's saying no roll away. We come back to that tackle that was on the far side of the field. Perry's asked for the ball from Thompson, so we're probably going to kick for touch. Well, it's a good kick. Not going to make touch. Quick catch. And Gryphons are going to bring it right back into contact. Good feed ball coming to the backs. Forward pod charge again. Queens are focusing more on tearing that ball than they are taking the tackle, and in doing so, fight to get the penalty, but 10 meters inside their own half. With the mic out over top of the crowd here, we can hear them yelling, "Great catch to Feesby." The player to watch that we just spoke about there was on the receiving end of that catch and made the return. As we have a line out here to restart, a 10-meter mark. Inside Griffin territory, Queens. And there was, just on that replay, you could see how Gibson was in there just trying to poach away. And that's what resulted in the penalty, no release to her. Nice throw there, Page picks up a nice ball there and taps it down quickly for Banks, who comes around the front. Must make at least 10 meters before being tackled into touch. It was Izzy Page on the top of that line out, down to Banks. Banks around the corner. Very nice, as most of the Gryphons were coming infield. There's that 4-lady line out coming from Guelph. Oh, it's a nice catch and reception this time. Very clean. As there's a good drive on there by the Gryphons, but they're going to get driven into touch. Ball still playable there. And not, as Carson's blown the whistle. And Queens are going to come out with the ball. See a few different faces out there on the Guelph team here from halftime. I'm not sure what substitutions have been made, but I can tell you that the one prop is Bree Marty, who's just come in. The Queens are set for another scrum. Maddie Banks taking a quick peek there to the backs as they load and set. Nice clean pick. There's Maddie bent over. There's a nice ball out to Thompson. Thompson going to go straight out to Maddie Donnelly. Walker gets a sloppy ball and is able to clean it up. Nice pick up straight to Page. Quick turn on the ball again as we go again to the backs. And that time that looks like Jackson going for a run. And Jackson's not getting up right now, unfortunately. And Queens are just outside the 22 of Guelph. As Tatiana Jackson is going to get tended to right now. Well, it was all pretty coincidental there when I said the players to watch there, and within just a second or two, Beesby's able to make a real nice open field catch off a kick and returns both players, veteran players. Very exciting to watch. And as I've seen through the first half, Carmen, I've been calling it her name as she's always a busy bee back there, trying to get in on play with great speed and hands. Definite asset to the Queens Golden Gaels. Happy to see Jackson getting up, and she's going to be able to walk off field on her own. Fortunately, I think that's all the game we're going to see her in this evening. Kylie Mosgrove is going to come in to take the place of Jackson here as we get set for the scrum, so she's going to get to work as soon as she gets on the field here. As Guelph has the ball for a scrum restart on their 22. Traditional looking back line here by Guelph. 2 on the blind side, the rest loaded to open side. Quick ball, 8 pickup. They're going to go blind. Sheeran with a quick tackle on the 8. Good ball back to a pod here by Gryphons. Met hard by Anderson. Queens are back around with the ball quickly. Quick to attack. We're going to go for backs. Unfortunate play there. Mishandling here, and Queens are trying hard to regroup. The Gryphons there on the wrong side of that ruck. Using their foot a little bit from that example, and we've got a call for posts. So our first actual kick at post, I believe, here for the game in the OUA Women's Rugby Championship. And Lizzie Gibson's going to try to kick it, or will kick it, from the 10-meter mark just inside Guelph's portion of the field. We don't have that strong of a crosswind here. I've seen Gibson kick it this far before. In a 19-5 game, it would be a very nice cushion to have. Oh, it's a nice strike. It's still lifting. It's going to have distance, I believe. It drops just short as Gryphons are going to run that out. And being held back just inside the 22. Quick ball, and they're going to go for a pod. Marty goes for a quick run here. Takes 2 to bring her down. Back into a forward pods here. Advantage arm out for Gryphons as they get outside their 22 on this pod charge that they're doing. Back to Marty again with another big hit she lays out. And she's got 4 Golden Gaels trying to bring her down now. And they do at the 10. Gryphons are going to go to the backs again and are brought down behind the game line. Quick kick off the back end. Walker's able to take it well in the air. And we have a whistle coming all the way back. We're going back out here for a penalty for Gryphon. Thought he saw a dangerous arm come up there. Be on the 15-meter mark here, just at the 22. And the Gryphons are going to clear. We're getting set here for a line out. And Maddie Banks is going out. A great game here. We got a 5-lady line out here by the Gryphons. They've got their own tap down. Good recover. Musgrove in on the tackle quickly, and Gryphons are behind the game line. Bordering on a forward pass there, but we're going to come back. As the referee's going to talk to the assistant referee, Bill Holland, here on the corner. Well, the weather is really nice here. It's 17 degrees with just a 12-kilometer crosswind coming off the lake here. The environmental factors should not be affecting any of the players here, unlike last week with the constant downpour we had in the semi. It's beautiful weather here. And now Carson's going to have a chat with Taylor Perry. And I see a yellow card come out. And Musgrove's put up her hand saying, "I'm the one." So we've got Musgrove going to the send bin with 28 minutes left in the game. Queens will be down to 14 against the Gryphon 15. There's a little bit of explanations being explained. And if I'm not mistaken, Ellie Musgrove came in for Tatiana Jackson, who is a prop. So Queens are going to have to do some adjustment on the bench because they must have a trained prop on the field at all times. One of the requirements under the impact players is that there must be enough trained forwards, whether there's a send bin, an injury, or red card, so that the full engagement of the scrimmage can continue. Nice line out here, Gryphon ball. Nice and high, well taken, bobbled on the back end, and Izzy Page is going to come out with it. Going to take 3 to bring her down as she charges into the Gryphon territory with an advantage arm out from Carson. Thompson back for a good kick as Perry's going to go for the quick kick. It's going to land down inside the 22. Not handled well. Mika's all over it. Queens are down there hard challenging for it. Gryphons have come out with the ball, but there's a ton of yellow jerseys there trying to stop this here. Gryphons reestablish. Set control. And we're going to have a kick here from the back end. Scrum half kick. Mika fields it well. She's going to go infield. There's a big hole there. She's going to try to split it, and she doesn't. That's a heavy, heavy tackle. A lot of challenge here. Donnelly goes for a fake pass, draws in 2, but takes the hit. Thompson quick ball. Some heavy defense here by the Gryphons now. 3-on-2 is a quick chip off of Gibson here. We got a chase going down in the corner. And that's Carmen again. Player to watch. Queens are going to come out with the penalty here, and Gibson's going to go for a quick tackle. Everyone's disorganized. Quick ball out. That's Sheeran with pace. They're not going to bring her down before she puts the ball in goal. So the Queens Golden Gaels here strike with a little bit of confusion off that penalty, and now are ahead 24-5 with 25 minutes remaining in the OUA championship game. Carson's having a little chat there with Gryphon captain. And I believe that penalty, as we look at the replay here, here's this beautiful try here. Just going to stay with it. Sheeran gets rewarded with a try. A lot of hard work off the ball. One of the best flankers here, in my opinion, in the league. As Lizzie Gibson's going to have another crack. 2 point. Well, the decision making there, that long kick and Carmen going for that chase, put a ton of pressure on the Gryphons in their own backfield. They got isolated on the pickup. Carmen remained on her feet. The ball carrier then did an extra push, which is the push of the ball along the ground. Not allowed to do that once you released it. That's the penalty. Penalty, I believe, taken quick by Gibson. Queens just used all hands to get out there and put another try, followed by the convert. And it's a 26-5 game. I'd have to say that was some really quick, smart rugby by the Queens Golden Gaels. Almost like the Gryphons got caught asleep trying to argue for the point against the referee, the sole judge of law and fact. Quick restart, low ball kick, makes 22, and Queens are going to run it out. Good tackle by Bree. Going to cross from behind. Gibson back over. We're going to have a charge still coming out there. May got tackled quickly. He's going to try their own work at the pods. Maddie takes a bad ball off of bounce, able to maintain her feet, keep the ball. Queens have to retreat. Page gets away from one tackler, gets into the second, and it's a good tackle though. Queens have to retreat as they've gone back. Quick kick. Fielded well by Gryphons, and they're going to return. There's that work that Sheeran puts in all the time. Another good tackle. As the Gryphons are trying to stay with their forward pods. They're just inside Queens territory at the 10. Charging, there's Kennedy again. Another roll. Gibson again on top. Page and Anderson trying to work there together to get the ball, and they don't, and the Gryphons are able to recycle and come back again with their pods. Charging forward again. Good clear out there by that ruck. Nice hands there by the Gryphons as they're pressuring deeper and deeper inside the Queens half. They're well inside the 22 here now. As you can see, the lines at the back of their feet, and Bree Marty's going to go for a run. Nice recycle ball here by the Gryphons until that point in time in which they knock it on. Very, very unfortunate there. Hobson with a knock on. The Queens are going to get the ball back after that really good offensive pressure, I'd have to say, by Guelph. And there's that knock on. And then the far left, you see Gibson celebrating. And it's those numbers there, the jerseys and the numbers. There's pressure there without even making contact. And it put the University of Guelph Gryphons players a little bit under pressure, and they cough up the ball. Quick adjustment here by Queens as they had to bring on here to be a prop. Emily Butterworth on 8. And Mika had to leave the field as Queens are still down 14. Full penalty here to the Gryphons for popping up. And they have the ball just inside Queens 22, about 20 meters there. And I'd expect to see a couple quick pods coming off of this. Guelph is gone with the scrum. Well, Guelph has settled down their scrummaging. They're not getting driven off like they were. And they do have a couple new players in on the scrummaging, as does Queens. Might be a risky play on Guelph not to take that penalty. We'll see what happens. Clean ball. Gryphons on a forward push here. Taking ball at speed. Play time wingers coming on in. There's the ball's already out of the ruck. Queens backs are up quick, and we're going to get a good run here coming to the side. That's Walker in there on that tackle. Quick ball out again. Gibson's in there on the tackle. Getting cleared out. Some nice rucking here. Queens come out with the ball. Queens are going to keep it on the foot and do a charge. Nice recycling capability there. Quick ball all the way back. Not the best at clearing kicks, but they've taken the pressure off at the moment. As Guelph has to cycle the ball, gather and go. They're going to go outside wide. They're going to be charging. Keeping the foot. Nice hit right there. Sheeran again. The Gryphons have to go to that forward pod once more. Just a frenzy down there right now. Gryphons are trying to get on that scoreboard again, and they need it at this point in time with under 19 minutes remaining in the game. Mark is a good carry. Quick ball again. Gryphons are putting their forwards into the back line here. And Walker's come out with the ball. Jaden Walker takes a really nice steal off of a stand-up tackle. Steals the ball almost on their 5, comes outside the 22, and then Queens get penalty rewarded. Here's going to be that stand-up tackle. Just a fight for the ball there. Comes on out, turns and makes a nice presentation. Beat 2. Unfortunately, that ball was bobbling before Thompson hits it, but it's going to be a penalty here. Fairly uncommon in rugby to see players coming on and off, but at this point in time, they've taken their prop off. They don't need it and bringing Mika back on. Senben could just about be over at this time too. Carson's got to make a quick count of the players. They're going for touch. Queens are going to go for a quick tap, kick it up the center. Perry has a collision there in midfield. And now Queens are inside Guelph territory. Carry a quick cross kick. It's going to find. No, it's going to be gathered there lovely by Carmen, who's going to take it on down the side. She's beaten 2. She's at the 5. She's knocked on the ball. And Gryphons have come out with it. There's a struggle here now. Gryphons have their ball. They're going to go deep for a clearing kick. Doesn't make touch. And there's that whistle we were waiting for from the knock-on. Very unlucky. Carmen made some really nice space there. Beats 1. Beats 2. Comes into 3. It's the 4th lady that brings her down. And just there, the ball has squirted out. And it results in a scrum down for the Gryphons. Gryphons will find themselves again under pressure. Deep inside their own zone. Queens looking to pounce. Up and away for a clearing kick. Doesn't make touch, and Walker's going to bring it back on the run. Looking to thread the needle. She's found a couple holes. She's got the ball out nicely and is picked up. Carmen's got it. Carmen's going to feed on out. Rachel's going to go to the corner, and she's in. Queens Golden Gaels are just racking up the points here, as the Guelph Gryphons have got to be scratching their head and wondering how this has got to be such a wide open game. Lots of space and lots of time. A well played try. Gibson's going to have her shot. Put some more points on the board. This time she's going to be quite an angle between the touch and the 5-meter mark. See the flags there on Howley's flags. Rick Powers pulls on Nixon Field here. Lizzie Gibson can make an attempt on a hard angle for the convert, which will add to her now all-time leading score. It was a 10-year-old record she overtook this year. It's a nice strike. It's got the height. It's going to drop in. We have flags, and the convert is good. The Queens Golden Gaels are now 33-5 out front of the Guelph Gryphons in the OUA Women's Rugby Championship. Under 14 minutes remain in this game. Which has completely turned the tables from the regular season game of only a 5-point difference. And with the substitutions that have been made, there's more coming on. Three Gryphons have come on the field. I believe that's Busby's just came on there up front beside her friend Bree. As we get a kick back going. It's not a deep kick, it's nice and high. Going just inside the 10. Sheeran's got the pick up there. Busby gets to work right away. Had the first tackle there as Perry's getting the ball, and we're going to go out wide. Unfortunate error there. They're really trying to make something out of nothing almost there. The Queens were really working hard those hands and trying to get space. Couldn't quite work out for them, but they're not done. Take the mishandling error, and Guelph will have the ball. Good little ways out. 22, maybe 10 meters. As Maddie May is about to exit the field, and so is Thompson. Maddie Thompson and Maddie May are leaving. On come 3 players. Sheeran's leaving. Excellent game by all 3 players there. Excellent game by all 3. As we get set here on this scrum, on the 5-meter mark, halfway between the 22 and the 10, Queens territory. Well. Good controlled scrum on this side. This is the first time we've seen Guelph have control on that scrum. Such a powerful movement, and they're able to make some meters upfield. Gryphons have gone to the back, and it's going to be a good ball here. They made good. Going to go for another charge up here. That's Kennedy on the carry. Finally brought down, but Gibson's over top. She's rucked out. Very poor ball being presented there by Gryphons as they come back into contact. Nice work there by the Gryphons. They got ball back. Nice ruck. And they're going to spin to the back again. Kennedy again, taken down by Gibson. Marty's got to take the ball, play scrum half. They're in good support. Ball's going to the backs, and it was a really high ball, and Perry was able to get in there quick, and Guelph are going backwards. That's the 10-meter mark, and the Queens side that they're at. as Bree Marty goes for a nice break and is taken almost to the 22. Pass behind the back there. Kennedy is able to clean that up. Nice presentation. Still knocking on the door outside the 22. We're going to go for another run up here. Stephanie with a good charge. Nice presentation. That's a 22-meter mark right on the back. Quick chip over to the corner and is going to find touch. Just under 11 minutes here now. You're starting to see Guelph get into a little bit as they're running for the ball. Feeling the pressure of no time left. Here's that pod format they've been using during the penalties. And it's worked very well for them. I'm surprised sometimes they ask for scrums. Poor ball handling there, unfortunately. Too hard of a throw. Too short of space, and Queens have come out with it. They're under a bit of pressure and gone backwards, but still have the advantage. Good charge forward there by Queens. It's the 22 at their feet. We still have an advantage ball. Gibson with a quick move and a no-look pass. Didn't find anybody. As we take the knock on. Gryphons have one down in the backfield. They take a minute here. Both sides adjusting on what they want to look at here. But time is ticking down. We're under 10 minutes now. Ontario University Athletics Women's Rugby Championship here. Nixon Field in Kingston, Ontario, Canada. Queen's University. And there's the crowd cheering. Not only is the Guelph Griffin player up and off, but there goes Walker and there goes Gibson. And I didn't see the third Queens player that's leaving the pitch for impact players coming on with 10 minutes left. About to have a scrum here for Queens, just inside their 22. Set for the last 10 minutes of play here with Queens ahead 33-5 of the Guelph Gryphons. Need to split their backs with the midfield scrum. Gryphons are given a huge 5-meter gap here. Now as we hear the whistle, what I'm referring to is the backs. Off of a scrum, the defending team must be 5 meters, as the offensive team must be as well, from the hind foot of the number 8. And from this angle, I can see that the back line, the Guelph Gryphons are giving either don't want to concede any penalty or giving leniency to that 5 meters. Queen's ball. Good pressure there in that scrum by the Guelph squad. Ball's come out and already under pressure. Gryphons are charging and challenging for that ball. It's right there at the back of their feet. Should be a Guelph ball and they come out with it. Under pressure right away. You're going to try for a forward pod. Busby with a carry, beats one. Busby with a carry, she's breaking loose. And there is the try for Guelph. Guelph are finally back inside the end goal of Queens for the first time in the second half. And the impact player they call Busby is the try scorer. As you can hear the crowd from Guelph that's come up here cheering for Busby. It was a beautiful pickup. Here we go. Hard person to tackle. I actually know the lady, and she beats 3 of the Queens right there at the final push. If I'm not mistaken, she's a 5th year at Guelph University as well. It's one of her final games in the jersey, I would expect. Just out off the center of the post. About 18 meters from. Nice strikes through the uprights, and there's the whistle. Guelph gets to add 7 points, closing the gap down to only 21-point spread. 33-12. Queens are out in front with under 8 minutes left in the championship game. So the Queens have shown dominance in the set play at the scrum, and they've come back before. That time, Guelph had a nice scrum. Got a good turn and pickup. Put some points on the board. Nice kickoffs, deep and high, just to the 22 as Guelph get it and come on out. They're going to go for a quick run, but it met hard on the line by the Gaels, and they're still trying to work that far side. Guelph's making another charge up from it. They're going to go with his forward pods that have been working. Marty gets a carry. 2 to bring her down. Reset, but it was behind the game line. Guelph's got to get it wide here and get moving. If they're going to get any play, and they get a knock on out of it. Cameron Isaac up good to cover her opposite number. That pressure brings on a knock on. Queens will have the ball just outside the 22 of Guelph territory. In 6 minutes remaining, I'm going to take a hazardous guess and say Queens will be heading to the Nationals Championship out in Prince Edward Island in November, as they set for a scrum here. Held pretty nicely there by Guelph this time, and a bit of a turn off the pressure as they're going to go to the backs. Terry with a nice ball going back wide. Carmen's going to beat her opposite number to the outside and going to use her speed. Nice cut back inside. It's going to be hard to bring down. She's still getting there. She's at the 5 now and finally brought to ground. Guelph have piled on hard with this ruck, with a counter ruck, and they're going to come out with it. Kick down the field for a chase. Nobody home by the Queens. It's going to be a bit of a foot chase, and there's the pickup. Scrappy ball out there, and Gryphons are going to come out with it. There's that pod play again. Gryphons have worked on it very hard, but it hasn't been overly successful in putting points on the board. Beautiful tackle gone backwards there. Queens aren't done hitting yet, that's for sure. Guelph keeps bringing that pressure, and they're just outside the 22 there. That's the line you see. Almost mishandled there. Very good hands. Brought back again. Oh, it's a good charge here by the Gryphons. They're at the 22. Nice broken play here. They're back to game line again. And there's their pods, and we've got a penalty of no release. Queens will get the penalty on their 22. After that hard work there by the Gryphons to get up into a challenging position, they don't release the ball. Perry with a quick shot over to the touch. It doesn't make it. Guelph's going to come back with a charge. Well played there by Guelph. There's that forward pods again. They're going to try to keep that ball moving hot, from the looks of it. Marty gets through, 2, takes 3, the third to bring down. And we've got a penalty again here. There's the replay there. And we just see the penalty arm there. I believe the original was no release by the ball carrier. Queens had the ball and have kicked for touch. Taking a few leaves out on the way. Queens line out. Full line out complement of 7. Guelph's going to adjust to come in. Under 3 minutes remaining here. Anderson's gone up for the ball and back down. A quick ball out. We're going to go to the backs. Perry didn't get the ball very quickly and ended up having to stand up on her own, but was tackled. No clear back on her feet to release, and they're finally going to tap and go here by Guelph. Guelph's going to work that blind side there very well. It's definitely another charge. Bree coming up through the center here. Kennedy's charge. Kennedy's making some nice movement there. Good carry. Really pushing that side, far side ball there, going blindside a lot. Gryphons are going. Excellent tackling going on here. Both sides, good carries and good hitting. Kennedy's going to charge again. She's at the 5. She's going to get brought down inside the 5. Black jersey's there in support. Are they going to be able to score again? They're right down against that line again. There's no release. There's the release. Good ball. Oh, I'd give that try too. And Guelph are on the board. I'm a little hesitant there as I see Carson speaking to his mic and Bill Holland there. And you're going to see she doesn't do anything with it. It gets a hand, and you see drop right on the line. The line in rugby is in. So although it's just downward pressure, you do not have to have control of the ball. You have to have downward pressure. And Guelph, late in the game, have added another try, bringing them up to 19. To 32. As we're down to 30 seconds on the clock. But the sole judge of law and fact is the referee with the best seat in the house. They just don't get to use it. As Queens are going to have this kickoff. And at this time, I think that Guelph would actually not feeling so good. They've played an excellent second half. Unfortunately, brought in those impact players too late. Maybe they should have been starters. And the hill decline in the second half was just too steep. These impact players to climb. As they're going to try to keep this ball alive, as they've been doing an excellent job at doing so. And they're going to try to charge, get out of here one more time. Queens are given the ball here on the penalty. No roll away from the signal. Taylor Perry's got the ball in hand. This will probably be the last play, as Queens have just indicated they want to kick the post. Not sure if they want to try out the leg of Lauren Bonds just for some confidence building here. There's a little salt being added to the wound. Could be a message there from Queens coaching staff that the 5-point spread in the regular season was by chance. And they're putting an exclamation mark on this final. A much bigger win to show their dominance in the league. And this will be the second year in a row they will go home with the gold medal. Pretty short 10 meter there Guelph was given from the mark. The nice strike. It's high ball. Look, it has gone wide, and Guelph's going to run it out. Sloppy ball there, but they're able to retain it. They're right along the touchline there. They're between the 5 and the 10. They come back in field on a push. And they're going to go with the charge again. So unlike some sports, we're not going to get a whistle here till the end. The timer is gone, but we don't stop until there's a stoppage of play. And Guelph here has just knocked on the ball, gone to Queens. Queens are going to kick it out, and that should be the game. We have a line out. Carson's made no indication that that's full time yet. And we're going to have a line out. Guelph deep in their own territory. Their own line out, which has been good up until this point for the most part. They do have the ball. They did see an advantage arm go out there, so Guelph should be coming out with this ball pretty good. Bree with carry. Big carry here. She's using a lot of strength there to get those gold jerseys off her. Busby with a quick ball. They want to get away from that touch line or it won't be their friend. There's the knock, whip back, knock on advantage Queens. Play the knock on. 33-19, Queens Golden Gaels leading the Guelph Gryphons here in the OUA Women's Championship. As we're into injury time, and Queens will have the scrum outside the 22, just on the 5 meter mark. Lauren Bonds playing scrum half. Good scrummage in there by both sides as the ball's coming loose out the back. Perry with a quick chip into touch as the game is called. Your OUA Women's Rugby Championship gold medal, Queens Golden Gaels. Congratulations to the coaching staff of the Queens Golden Gaels as they repeat as the gold medal champions. On behalf of myself, Chris Slack, Fraser, Cody, Ashley, and Kevin, we thank you for joining us here and hope you'll join us tomorrow for playoffs for the Queen's University Men's Rugby and join us for the National Championship out in Prince Edward Island in November. Congratulations, Queens Golden Gaels, and have a great night. Take care, everyone.
From the University of Guelph, Associate Director, Gaels, IIDI and Tourism Advisor, and from Queen's University, Associate Vice Provost, Student Affairs, Karina Fitzgerald, and Executive Director of the Flag Corporation, Linda Melton. To begin, we would like to recognize the OUA All-Stars that participated today. Please come forward to accept your award when your name is called. From the Guelph Gryphons, first team All-Star, Natalia Armitage, somehow.
They just recognized the player of the match there on the Guelph side. Just getting awarded that player of the match, and that was number 9, Natalie. Scrum half, Natalie Armitage. Kennedy getting an award. Taylor McKnight, the hooker for the Guelph Gryphons. Another All-Star, I believe that's Emily Clark. Number 6. The Guelph Gryphons. And Stephanie, you would have heard me mention her throughout the match. Excellent player in there on many tackles, also being an All-Star.
And now for Queen's Gaels, first team All-Star, Maya Brubacher.
Maya Brubacher, getting dressed for this evening's game. Excellent player here at Queen's Golden Gaels. And the brace will explain why she hasn't been playing the last few games. Carmen Isaac, the leading try scorer of the league, being recognized as an All-Star. Lizzie Gibson, being recognized as an All-Star. The Queen's new all-time leading women's rugby point scorer. Grace Anderson in the second row. Excellent game out there as well. Being acknowledged for all the hard work. Taylor Perry being recognized, second team All-Star. Number 10 here this evening. Some great kicking, excellent work. Rachel Cummins getting recognized.
Number 16, Maddie Number 2, Taylor Knight.
And now the Guelph Gryphons will receive their silver medal in the OUA Championship. We'll be calling out the players as they go through the list.
Number 4, Stephanie Zykowski. Number 5, Imogen Gerard. Number 6, Emily Clark. Number 7, Kennedy Keesby. Number 8, Abby O'Day.
As the Guelph Gryphons will accept their silver medals And congratulate the Queens Golden Gaels as they receive their medals, come across, and exit the field. Be a long ride home tonight for the Guelph Gryphons. Kind of hard to hold your head high with the silver after losing the game.
Number 14, Tyler Ward. Number 15, Karina Oliver. Number 17, Alexis Busby.
It's actually Busby there just getting her medal.
Number 18, Kayla Mazuski. Number 19, Signa Caswell. Number 20, Emily Lenhart. Number 21, Kate Brown. Number 22, Abby Anderson. Number 23, Maddie Ryan. Number 24, Mary Atkins. Number 25, Haley Woodcock. Head coach Colette McCulley and assistants Dave Neal, Jesse Ann Gibson, Brittany Castle, Chloe Run, Jamie Kirby, Andrea Elliott, Megan Howe, Carly Johnson, Lexi
And the remainder of the Guelph Gryphons rugby team will follow through and congratulate the Queens Golden Gaels for all the hard work. And as you see the numbers that go through here, to have 15 players on the field throughout the season, which is quite a grueling season for all these players, a game a week, 5 and 6 practices plus recovery, on top of their studies, on top of keeping a grade average to be able to play. It's quite a commitment that these players make, being able to play OUA varsity sport. And we want to thank them for the entertainment, time and commitment so that we could sit here and enjoy this great match tonight and enjoy the championship game here at Nixon Field. And now I'm going to turn you back over to the on-field announcer as we get ready to announce the Queens Golden Gaels.
Now for 2023 World Rugby OUA Gold Medalist, Queens Gaels. Number 1, Jay Everett. Number 2, Maddie Day. Number 3, Tatiana Jackson. Number 4, Grace Page. Number 6, Siobhan Sheeran. Number 7, Lacey Gibson. Number 8, Maggie Bent. Number 9, Maggie Thompson. Number 10, Taylor Perry. Number 11, Carly Isaac. Number 12, Maddie Donnelly. Number 13, Rachel Collins. Number 14, Lisa Matsukubu. Number 15, Jamie Walker. Number 16, Riley Dorogowski. Number 17, Kira Alvarez. Number 18, Kylie Musgrove. Number 19, Maxie Grant. Number 20, Emily Butterworth. Number 21, Sophia Castle. Number 22, Ariel Pickerson. Number 23, Lauren Vaughn. Number 24, Lucia Gray. Number 25, Robin Baker. Head coach, Dan Valley. Assistant coaches, Gryphons, Laura Keeling, Tom Zatlini, Blake Wilson, Muhammad Yusuf. We now ask that the captains from the Queen Gaels come forward to accept the OUA Championship Trophy and banner.
And here's the presentation to the cup to the Queen's Golden Gaels. All smiles there for the camera as we're about to watch the Golden Gaels erupt into joy here as the women's rugby are crowned the champions. They don't get much bigger smiles than that, and they're going to call in other veteran players and all the rest. The All-Stars, they're going to get a picture of that with the banner. And we're just moments away from watching this field turn into one huge celebration. As Queens will be heading to the national championship in second seed ranking across the nation in USports. Only people ahead of them are Laval University. So this will be very interesting. Queens look great. Here comes there it is. There's the championship cheer, folks.
On behalf of the Queen Generation and the Guelph University Athletics, we thank you for your attendance at the 2023 OUA Women's Rugby Championship. Good luck to all teams as we head to the next semi for the USports Women's Rugby Championship from the devastated Queensbridge and Laval.
Well, there's going to be a party down here at Queen's University tonight with the women's rugby crowned champions of the OUA League, as they get some work to do after the weekend, as they're going to be heading to Prince Edward Island to the Nationals, with the only team ranked ahead of them is Laval University. Tonight they looked great, they looked ready, and they were firing on all pistons. Congratulations with a wonderful victory of 33-19 over the silver medal Guelph Gryphons. Thank you everyone for joining us. Enjoy your weekend and join us tomorrow night for the men's rugby here. Take care. Bye now.